Kevin, can you do a little ID for us, just name and island?
Kevin Hurd, Cleveland, Ohio, Time Warner.
Good to go.
Against the Cavaliers for the rematch.
And I hope so, man. I was at game 1, man. It was incredible, man.
So you're gonna leave me too? You know how many times I had to carry the heavyweight champion of the world up these stairs because he couldn't walk.
All right, here we are with my man Ryan Coogler. How's it going, brother?
It's good, man.
Well, first time meeting you, so before I get to Rocky, I just want to congratulate you on Fruitvale Station.
Oh, I appreciate it.
One of the best, well-told, well-made movies that we've seen in a long time.
Appreciate that.
Good job on that. Now, getting to Rocky, so this is your creation. You pitched this whole thing, you wrote it, you wrote the story.
Yeah, I wrote it with my buddy Aaron Covington, but I pitched it. You know, came up with the concept. Really just based on my relationship with my father. You know, he was a Rocky fan, and we would watch those movies, you know, for as long as I can remember. So I know them all at the back of my hand. His favorite was Rocky II, which coincidentally enough was the first one that Sly directed. You know, that's kind of how I came to know the franchise.
And this is Ryan's creation. So I thought, how extraordinary that this man would just come up with this story when he had, hundreds and hundreds of different scripts to choose from, you know, and someone so young to be captivated by this. But he had personal reasons, and he's directed this in a personal way that I'm quite astounded by it. I mean, he's just unrelenting. I don't think I've ever seen anyone this focused. And it's not to be denigrating or dismissive of anyone else, but I've never seen a more focused individual on one project, ever.
It's very personal to me, you know, and then when my dad got sick, right around the time I was getting ready to make Fruitvale, right around the time I met Mike and was finishing up film school, he got really, really sick. And, just going through the process of watching the illness kind of strip away things that I associated with my father's identity, his strength, you know what I mean, his independence, like his ability to do things on his own, and you know, watching it affect that, you know, and realizing that those things can be taken away, and often will be taken away. It's a matter of time. You know, really affected me mentally. It took a toll on me, and I came up with the idea for this movie, you know, out of that experience.
Excellent. You did a great job. Well, let me ask you this. How was it directing Stallone in a film that's his franchise in a character that he is so comfortable with, but yet taking him in a different direction?
I mean, it was really interesting. You know, I looked forward to every day. You know, a unique experience, a once in a lifetime kind of experience. And it was I learned a lot. It was great, man. Like, 'cause he's so good, you know, and he works so hard. So it was incredibly motivating, man. Every day I knew I couldn't let Sly outwork me, you know, and I had to be ready for all the questions that he'll have, and I knew I would have to you know, be there to support and be there to push to get what we needed, because some of the stuff that Rocky had to do, it was uncharted territory for him. So he sometimes he'd be nervous about it, you know. And I had to always be there, and it's a lot of pressure, but at the same time it's a lot of motivation, man, because I can't let him down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Had to make sure that his performance would hold up to the work that he's done before, and maybe even through bringing new light to different sides of the character. You know, maybe give us something something new.
And so what you see is their choreography. It's not mine at all. And so it's the first time that I haven't choreographed in 6 movies. So it's all.
We always had him there though. You know what I mean? And it was we was always checking in, because it's not. I mean, it's such an interesting movie for me, with it being so personal, and it was something that felt very fresh and new to us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got this guy who's playing a character who he's had for 40 years. Who's got all this time and knowledge, and it helped throughout every facet of filmmaking, and with the boxing especially.
And finally, you're back reunited again with Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
And how was it taking him in a different direction for where you guys left off.
Right,
with
right.
Fruitvale.
Mike and I had a familiarity with with each other and working with each other, man. So that's starting to become like second nature. Getting back on that first day on set with him was very much like hopping back onto a bike. Albeit a motorbike. You know what I'm saying? It's like a motorcycle with Mike because he's so talented. And I think our relationship and our comfortability with each other kind of trickled down to the rest of the crew and the rest of the cast for sure. When they see a lead actor and a director that have a shorthand, that are comfortable, working hard and going all the way, it makes everybody else comfortable and feel like they in good hands with us. And it was just great because Mike had built in really impressive chemistry with Sly and with Tessa.
Michael B. and Ryan Coogler together are so cute because they have such a brotherly spirit and they have such a shorthand and they have so much fun together and they play so much.
It was just it just clicked, fate or the universe or whatever you have it that kind of brought us together and allowed our paths to cross. It just did. And we kind of started to build this relationship and had this chemistry where, he could start talking or start a sentence and I could finish it. Or I know he's about to say, all right, got it, cool, don't worry about it. And I'll go and make the adjustment no matter what it is. And I really started to realize the importance of an actor-director relationship and communication. And once you have it and it's on a high level, I think it just makes the shooting process that much easier. So from Fruitvale to this one, and a couple other projects that we have that we're working on to do together, I found my counterpart and director that really understands us, that understands me, and vice versa.
So a lot of times, man, you just do the work to support, and you kind of sit back and let it happen between these talented artists.
Well, you know what? Good seeing you. Excellent job, and we'll see you in the finals against the Cavaliers for the rematch.
And I hope so, man. I was at game one, man. It was incredible, man. While Kyrie was healthy, it was incredible. That was the game he went down, but
right.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Definitely looking forward to it.
All right, good luck.
All right,
See
good luck
you
to
in
you
the finals,
too.
brother.
Sure. I want this film to feel like life. You know what I mean? I want them to fall in love with these characters. I want these characters to feel real. I want them to laugh. I want them to cry. I want them to cheer. But the big thing for me is that our humanity does lie in our relationships. You know what I mean? And sometimes those relationships are with people who are alive. You know what I mean? This guy has a relationship with his dad, who passed away before he met him. He forms a relationship with Rocky, who is somebody he didn't know most of his life. But as soon as they meet, their relationship becomes very intense. And it's just that theme that our relationships are what matters most.